Hey, it's Alan here. Welcome back to Campfire Chapters. And today we are going to go through all of my five-star reads so far this year, 2025. It's October. We're gearing up towards the end of the year. So this would be a good time to go through all of the things that I read this year that I gave 5 stars. Let's get started. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This was a book that I read for a book club, and this one had me thinking, like, what is going on? Who's telling the truth? It's in the title. None of this is true. But then you wonder, who's telling the truth? Who isn't, all the way to the final word. You're not really sure what's going on. It's a great read, fast read. Definitely pick this one up. Next on the list, The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. I originally rated this one 4.5 stars, 4 stars, but this one stuck with me. Originally, I thought that the action came too fast and that the ending sort of dragged on a little bit. But emotionally, after I sat with this one for a little while, this one really sat with me. This is a good read. Lots of action, lots of emotion. The world building is really, really great. Characters are really, really great. You're going to want to try this one. Verity by Colleen Hoover. This one does not need much of an introduction. This is one of those books, a little bit creepy, fast to read. Everybody talks about it. Just go read it. Project Hail Mary might be my favorite book of the year by Andy Weir. If you don't know Andy Weir, he also wrote The Martian, which is a movie that got made with Matt Damon, and now Project Hail Mary is going to be made into a movie also. So that's coming out pretty soon. The less you know about this one going in, the better. It's a little bit sci-fi. There's a little bit of science in it, but stick with it. It's so funny. I won't spoil anything else for you. The main character is just a riot. You just want to like hang with him through this whole journey that he takes to try to save the world. It's a good one. Read it before you go see the movie. Jade City is an Asian-inspired fantasy that follows a family as they fight for control of a city on an island. Lots of action in this one. Very, very, very interesting magic system. The characters are really, really, really well developed. You're gonna have to read this one and then read the sequel and then read the whole trilogy. The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. If you have read anything by Joe Abercrombie before, you know that this is dark fantasy, lots of humor, characters that you love to hate. It's just really great. When I first read the First Law trilogy, I was just hooked in this dark fantasy world. This one is not quite as deep, but it's fun. It's got werewolves and vampires and all these bad guys as they get together to set out on a quest. You're going to like it. You're going to laugh. It's really a good read. Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. You're going to want to go into this one, again, not knowing much about the story ahead of time. It's really hard to wrap your head around exactly what's happening. We're talking about multiple dimensions, and you don't know what's real and what's not really real. And as you sort of uncover the mystery, it becomes more and more apparent, and you start to guess. It's one of those ones that makes you wonder if you're right or if you're not right. It's a really good read. It's actually my first one by Blake Crouch, so I'm looking forward to reading more by him. Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. This is one that I didn't know anything about going in. You're going to want to pick up a physical copy of this one. I picked this one up on my Kobo, and it kind of did it a little bit of a disservice because the pictures actually add quite a bit to the story. It's creepy, it's eerie, it's a perfect Halloween read. Grab Hidden Pictures, you will not regret it. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This was one of those books that you will want to go back and reread it a second time. Once you get to that twist, it just changes your whole perspective on the book. So it's creepy, it's desolate. It's about a couple who goes on a trip to try to save their marriage to a little remote church, and all sorts of weird things happening. You're not quite sure who's responsible or why. And then once you get towards the end, you almost have to stop and go back and reread the whole thing. It's a great read, great atmosphere. And finally, Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. This one's been talked about a lot on Book Talk and around the internet. It's a lit RPG where you follow a character and his girlfriend's cat, Donut, as they embark on this video game-esque adventure through a dungeon, through a television show put on by aliens. It's nothing to be taken too seriously. It's fun, it's funny, it takes you back to that 80s and 90s video game nostalgia that you love, where they're opening chests and they're leveling up, and there's lots of banty humor between the two characters. It's just a great world to get started into. If you've never tried a lit RPG before, this is the one to start in. Definitely 5 stars. Those are all my 5 stars or 5 campfire reviews for a campfire chapter. Please share the video with everybody else. And again, we'll see you in the next chapter.